Hello folks, we are going to have a little bit of a rhythm snowball fight today, which should be lots of fun. Included in the rhythm would be ta, ti, rest, toe, and ticka ticka, all rhythms that we're familiar with, but the rhythms do come at you kind of quickly, so you really have to be ready for them. It's kind of like our rhythm of the day, but it's extra tricky because you don't have time to practice. You just have to kind of go through it, right? Let's do this thing. All right. Oh, they're throwing snowballs. Here you go. Ta, ti, ti, ta. To, ticka, ticka, ta. There's gonna be more rhythms. Here you go. Ticka, 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 toe. Now we have a little break. Ready? Ta, ti, ti, ta. Now they're throwing it again. Ti, 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 ticka, ticka, ta. Ready? Ticka, 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 ticka. Throw your snowballs, people. Throw them, throw them. Here you go. Toe, ticka, ticka, ta. Ticka, 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 ticka. Ready, aim, throw, people. Throw the snowballs. More rhythms are coming your way, people. Here you go. Ta, ticka, ticka. Toe, ticka, ticka. Throwing snowballs. I am really not good at throwing snowballs. Okay. Ready, go. Ti, 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 ticka, ticka, ta. Ticka, 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 ti, ti, ta. Last time throwing the snowballs, people. Nice work. How'd we do on the rhythms? Pretty good, I hope? I hope you got in some good snowball fighting too. Nice job, you guys. Okay, fifth graders, I have kind of a fun song for you today. It's called Drill Ye Terriers. It's an old song, so I'm sure you'll never have heard it before, but it really is fun. And it's about the railroads and making the railroads that went across our entire country, okay? So, in the 1880s, a long time ago, many different groups of immigrants helped to build the American railroads. Immigrants are folks that were not born in the United States but came from other countries to the United States, okay? So they were the ones that helped to create the railroads that went across our whole country. One of the groups was the Irish. So this song is mainly about the Irish people that helped to make the railroad, okay? So we're going to listen to it in a few minutes. There's something I want to teach you first. And it's a song, so Drill Ye Terriers, when we listen to it, it tells of all of the hardships, all of the really difficult things that these folks went through as they were building the railroad. It was not an easy job, okay? If you think about our country, is our country all flat? No, there happen to be huge mountains, right? There happen to be valleys and hills and all of these things. And these people had to work really hard to blast through the mountains or get over the hills and all of those things to make our railroad. So it was not an easy job. And these people weren't always treated super well either, which you'll hear about in the song, okay? So that gives you a background. And then before we listen, I want to teach you something new with our rhythms, okay? We know ticka tickas really well. We see them all the time in our rhythms. but you can do something cool with a ticka ticka to make it sound different, okay? So what you can do, hopefully you can see well. You see this cute little smiley face? It kind of is adorable, isn't it? That's something called a tie. And when you use a tie, it's like you're stringing these two things together. So instead of 2 16th notes, they've been tied together. And what magically happens is, well, in this case, they tied both of these together, and so it magically becomes a TT. I hope you understand how that works. So they took these 2 16th notes, but if you combine them together, it becomes part of a TT. And so they did that with both of those. But the cool thing is you can do it in different ways. So look here. They did the cute little smiley face on this first group of 16th notes, ticka tickas. And so that drops down as a TT, but then they didn't do it to these two, so they stay ticka tickas. So what you have here is half of a TT and half of a ticka ticka, which becomes, as you may have guessed, a T ticka. It sounds like this, T ticka. Let's try 4 of those, ready? T ticka, T ticka, T ticka, T ticka. And if, for instance, if we had them in our rhythm, we would do T on our legs like we normally would, and ticka would be snaps. T ticka, T ticka, T ticka, T ticka. Okay? Now here, as maybe you might have guessed, you can do the opposite, right? You could keep these as tickas and then combine this together to make a T, which is the opposite. Ticka T, ticka T, ticka T, ticka T. Do 4 of those again with me, ready? Ticka T, ticka T, ticka T, ticka T. Okay? And then, oh, they did the same thing here, boom, boom. I think that's all I need to show you with that, okay? Now you may, as you look through, well, you know what, I'll skip to the next one here. So we can kind of practice that ourselves, so you kind of get an idea. So here, they did a smiley face here, so that turns that into a TT, and this is now a ticka. So let's do the second version, boom. So this stays a tick, I'm gonna draw really poorly here. That stays a ticka ticka, so we keep the 2 lines. And then here, boom, ticka T, right? Now, I think what they're wanting, I don't want to do the third one. We'll just keep it with T ticka and ticka T for now, okay? And da 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 da, and then hi-ya. So now you can kind of see them. Obviously, if you see them in music, they're not going to have the ties on them. They're going to just look like this, T ticka ticka T. So if we did this rhythm, it would sound like T, 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 ticka, ticka, T, T, T. It seems tricky, but once you kind of get the hang of it, it's not that bad. It's literally just taking half of one thing and half of the other thing and smushing them together. Instead of ticka ticka, you have T ticka. Okay? I think that's all I really wanted to show you. Yeah, so there's the music, but I'm gonna get out of this actually. Don't get angry at me. 1 second, I promise it'll come back. Okay, I'm gonna go over here. Okay, so here's Drill Ye Terriers. I wanna just listen to it first. It's gonna be far away for where you are, but if you look, whoops, my little smiley face here. If you look at the music on this first section, I see here a ticka T, also another one there. I see a T ticka here, and here, and here. They're kind of all over the place, okay? So this particular song has a lot of that kind of combo, the T tickas and ticka Ts. So let's just listen to it first. It's really fun. Try and listen to the lyrics because they kind of tell a story. And it's one of those stories that I don't know if it really happened or not because it's kind of like a tall tale. Do you know what a tall tale is? When something is so crazy, it's really hard to imagine that it actually happened, but maybe something happened kind of like that. that's kind of how this song goes. But it's really fun to sing and fun to listen to. So here's Drill Ye Terriers.
Every morning at 7 o'clock, there's 20 terriers a-working at the rock. And the boss comes along and he says, keep still and come down heavy on the cast iron drill. So drill ye terriers, drill, and drill ye terriers, drill. Oh, it's worked all day for sugar in your day, down beyond the railway, and drill ye terriers, drill.
There's more to the story.
Our new foreman is Dan McCann. I'll tell you sure, he's a blame mean man. Last week a premature blast went off, and a mile in the air went Big Jim Goff. So drill ye terriers, drill, and drill ye terriers, drill. Oh, it's worked all day for sugar in your day, down beyond the railway, and drill ye terriers, drill.
Now let's hear what happens next.
Next time payday comes around, Jim Goff was short $1 he found. What for, says he, that this reply, you're docked for the time you were up in the sky. So drill ye terriers, drill, and drill ye terriers, drill. Oh, it's worked all day for sugar in your tea, down beyond the railway, and drill ye terriers, drill.
Okay, now you may or may not have been able to understand or hear or read all of the words. So let me tell you kind of what happened, okay? So these are terriers. A terrier is someone who's working on the railroad. They're drilling holes and things to build the track, okay? It's very hard work. And they get a new foreman. A foreman is kind of like the supervisor. He's kind of like the leader of their group, the boss, okay? And he's not a very nice guy. And when they're trying to blast through a mountain, there's a premature blast. That means that the dynamite went off earlier than they thought, right? And somebody got blasted, which is a terrible thing to think of, but it happened, okay? Now, in their story, they say a premature blast went off, and some guy that was working, his name was Jim Goff, got blasted a mile into the air. Now, do you think he actually got blasted a mile into the air? Probably not actually a mile, okay? But in the song, they say he was blasted a mile in the air and lived. Do you think if someone actually were blasted a mile into the air that they would live when they fall down? I don't think so. So again, it's like a tall tale. But anyway, he got blasted, and then when his paycheck came, he was short some money. And he's like, why am I short some money? The boss said, well, you spent all that time up in the air. I docked you pay for that. Which of course is kind of ridiculous, you guys, because we know he didn't spend hours in the air. Okay, but it gives you an idea that these boss people weren't always that nice to the workers, right? So that's what they're talking about in this song. They kind of take things and they make them much bigger than they normally would be. Okay, so it's a really fun song, by the way. And let me try this and see if it works. Okay, it did work. Okay, so here we have some little rhythm combinations over here. I hope you can read them okay on your screen, that involve our new rhythms, the ticka-tees and tickas. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna drag them over here and kind of create my own little rhythm. So let me do that real quick. I'm gonna go like this, and it's gonna be great. This is my weird creating rhythm music. Creating rhythms. Here we go. La 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 la. Okay. Did it. Okay, again, hopefully you can see from your screen. But this rhythm now has some ticka-tees In fact, all of the interesting rhythms are ticka-tees. There are no tickas. But it would sound like this. Ticka, ticka, ticka-tee, ta, tee, tee, ticka-tee, ticka-tee, ta, 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 tee, tee, ticka-tee, 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 ticka, ticka-tee, tee. Okay? Now, folks, don't let the tickas and ticka-tees explode your mind. It's going to be okay. We're going to start seeing them in our rhythm of the days. So we're going to start kind of getting used to how they work. But I wanted you to hear it in the song because it's really fun. Let's, just because we can, let's sing or listen to the song one more time. There is a part that keeps coming back, a chorus part, right? Drill, ye terriers, drill. Oh, it's work all day for sugar in your tay. Down beyond the railway, so drill, ye terriers, drill. That part keeps coming back. You might be able to start catching on to that. Okay, I'm gonna navigate and go back. Okay, ready?
Every morning at 7 o'clock, there's 20 terriers a-working at the rock. And the boss comes along and he says, keep still, then come down heavy on the cast iron drill. So drill, ye terriers, drill. Oh, drill, ye terriers, drill. Oh, it's work all day for sugar in your tay. Down beyond the railway, and drill, ye terriers, drill.
So now we're going to hear about the new boss.
Our new foreman is Dan McCann. I'll tell you, sure, he's a blame mean man. Last week the premature blast went off, and a mile in the air went Big Jim Goff. So drill, ye terriers, drill. And drill, ye terriers, drill. Oh, it's worked all day for sugar in your tay. Down beyond the railway, so drill, ye terriers, drill.
So he blew a mile into the air. So now is when he gets short the money.
Next time payday comes around, Jim Goff was short one buck he found. What for, says he, to this reply, you're docked for the time you were up in the sky. So drill, ye terriers, drill. And drill, ye terriers, drill. Oh, it's work all day for sugar in your tay. Down beyond the railway, and drill, ye terriers, drill.
Did you kind of hear more of the story that time? Okay, awesome job, you guys. New rhythms, exciting stuff. Nice work. Alrighty, people, I have something fun for you. It's also going to be a bit of a challenge. This is a body percussion thing, but it's a little bit more challenging than some of the other body percussion stuff we've done, so prepare yourselves. But it's going to be fine. It's really just fun. But this is a song called Sleigh Ride, which when the music comes, you're going to definitely recognize it. And yes, I know that winter break is now finished, but we're still absolutely in winter. In fact, winter really just started. So this still kind of keeps us in that wintry feeling of going on a sleigh ride. Now, you're going to see on this kind of miniature screen, you're going to see body percussion pictures and rhythms, kind of showing you what to do. I'm also going to be doing the movements with you. The tricky part is some of it is stomping, which obviously, whoops, that was my email, which obviously you can't see because you can only see my face right now. So, but there are some stomps that happen. Now, there are two kind of things that I want to teach you before we actually run through the song, okay? The first one is really easy, and it happens several times during the song. It's a pat, clap, snap, clap. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Can you do it with me? 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. It happens a lot. So if you get that part, you're actually going to be able to do a lot of the song, okay? There are some parts that are really easy. There is one challenging section that moves fast, okay? And it's when we get to the part of the song where it's Ba-da-dum bum 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 bum. Ba-dum, ba-da-dum bum 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 bum. Ba-dum. Okay. So all you have to do is you're doing head first, then shoulders, then knees, then stomp. And there's 2 of each. So you do clap, head, head, shoulder, shoulder, knee, knee, stomp, stomp, clap. So you're starting and ending with a clap, and you're going from high to low, okay? So one more time, it looks like this. Clap, head, head, shoulder, shoulder, knee, knee, stomp, stomp, clap. Down one more time, and a clap, head, head, shoulder, shoulder, knee, knee, stomp, stomp, clap. Of course, naturally, it goes a lot faster than that. It's more like ba-da-dum, bum, 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 ba-dum, ba-da-dum, bum, 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 ba-dum. It's like that, okay? People, if you don't get every bit of it, don't worry. You're gonna catch on, and you'll be able to do some parts of it, and if you can't do all of it, it's fine. And this nice lady over here, she's doing it with you as well. So you can watch what she's doing, watch what I'm doing. You could focus up here. It's all good, okay? It's gonna be fun. Let's do this.
Are you ready? Here we go. See if we can get it all right.
Whew. All right. It starts with snaps. Snap. 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 Ready? Snap. 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 Now here's that main part. 1, 2, 3, 4. You got this. Keep going. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now it's gonna change. Clap, 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 clap. Ba-da-da-da-dum, ba-da-da-da-dum. Oops, I'm sorry. My fault. Clap, 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 clap. Ba-da-da-da-dum, ba-da-da-da-dum, da-da-da-da-dum, da-da-da-da-dum. Whoops, back to our normal. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You're getting it, people. Now this is gonna get to the fast part. Ready? Clap, head, head, shoulder, shoulder, knee, knee, stomp, stomp. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Bum, 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 stomp, stomp. T, 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 stomp, stomp. T, 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 stomp, stomp. T, 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 T. Back here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. T, 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 stomp, stomp. 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 This is the hand jive, by the way, if you've never done this before. Now we're back to our main thing here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You're doing great. Clap, 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 clap. Da-da-da-da-dum, 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 da-da-da-da-dum. Clap, 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 clap. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ba-da-da-da-dum, ba-da-da-da-dum, ba-da-da-da-dum. Back to the same old. We got this. Ooh, it's gonna change in a second. Hand jive. Bum, 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 bum. Back, 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 back. Rest, rest. Stomp, 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 stomp. Sleigh ride. Whoo! How did you do? Eh? I don't know. It's okay. It's okay if you messed up a lot. But like I said, it came back to that part a lot of times. So if you could get that, you actually got a lot of the song. Nice job, you guys. Okie dokie, folks. So I hope you enjoyed your first lesson of 2021. Whoop, whoop. And for your assignment today, if you go back to my Bitmoji classroom, you will see that there are some new composer pictures in the composer corner. And so your job is to watch 3 different composer videos, which are all very cool, by the way. There is Claude Debussy. He wrote music in the very early 1900s and very late 1800s. There's a really beautiful song called Clair de Lune that's on the piano, really pretty. Let's see what else. There's a song by Aaron Copland, who wrote a little bit later into the 1900s, so he's a little bit more current. And he wrote a song called Hoedown, which you may very well recognize. You will enjoy it, I bet. And the last one is, the example that I'm giving is kind of funny. It's called the Barber of Seville. And the instruments that you're going to see played in that video are really interesting. It's called a melodica, which I had never heard of before. But it looks like a little piano keyboard, but then there's this like pipe attached to it that you blow into. I feel like it's kind of like an accordion, you know, an accordion that you push back and forth. It's very much like that, except instead of pushing back and forth, you're blowing into it. So it's kind of a funny, interesting video, but I bet you will recognize the Barber of Seville as well. And then there's an attached Google form that you can fill out with just basic information about your favorite video and stuff. Okie dokie. I hope you enjoy your videos and have a great week, everybody. Bye-bye.